Hi guys, how you doing? I'm Angela, Angie G on YouTube, and I was tagged in a video to do the hardest things mom tag. And yes, Jackson is here. Hello! This should be fun because trying to do this and him trying to constantly touch the laptop should be interesting. But anyway, this is going to be a little long, so I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. And I'm supposed to answer some questions about it. So the hardest things. Well, first question is, how old were you when you had your first child? Well, my first child is Anthony, and I had him when I was 19. Jackson, obviously, was a year ago, and I'm 33 now. So, what was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? Well, the hardest thing, I guess the hardest thing would be getting bigger. As I got bigger, it got more complicated to do things and a little painful. My body can only handle so much. So that was probably the hardest thing. I do have to say, though, not the whole 9 months, but once I became gestational diabetic, that was also hard because I couldn't eat what I wanted. Next question. Can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? I enjoyed a lot of things. Being pregnant is a happy time. You get a lot of people, asking you, what are you having? How far are you? And you get to talk about your baby. Your baby's not even here yet. So that's the fun part about it. In your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate? Well, when I had Anthony at 19 compared to when I had Jackson, things were very, very different. I feel like my birthing with Anthony was a little more spoiled than it was with Jackson. I had my own room. It was huge. Jackson, it was a little bit different the way they handled things. So, no, it's not accurate. It's different every single time. And I had an Anthony natural. I had Jackson C-section. So, it's never accurate. God bless you! Would you have handled childbirth different if you can redo it? Anthony, no. Jackson, yes. I would have wanted to know that I was gestational diabetic earlier on, so I didn't gain as much painful weight. And the childbirth part of it, with Jackson, I really didn't have a choice. I wanted to go all natural like I did with Anthony, but we had complications, so I didn't really have a choice. The only thing I can say is the difference in birthing, if I ever had another one, is I would go through a straight midwife where I have to stop. What are you doing? Hold on, pause. What are you doing? Look. See, we're doing a video. And you can't knock the laptop over. Anyway, what I would do different is I would have liked to have tried to do maybe the water birth, or the midwife comes to you instead of you going to the hospital. I probably would have wanted to try that instead. But, yeah. What's the next question? Jackson, you're just all over the place. What would be your advice for someone who is about to have a baby? The only advice I could give you is stand your ground as to what you want with your baby and how you want to handle it, and cherish every second of it, because even the pregnancy part, even though it feels like forever when you're just done with the weight and carrying the baby, you can't ever have that feeling again unless you have another baby. So cherish every second of that. What has been the hardest thing about being a mom? Lack of sleep. Yeah, you lose sleep while you're pregnant because you're uncomfortable, and then you probably don't get a good night's sleep until they're, I don't know, 7. So enjoy your sleep while you have it. What has been the most rewarding thing about being a mom? The most rewarding thing about being a mom is watching them grow. Being here with this little snuggly buggly. And Anthony being a teenager, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane that you're responsible for this little human being, and this little human being is a part of you and a part of your husband or boyfriend, and I don't know, it's just, I love it. I love being a mom. So the most rewarding thing about being a mom is being a mom to my children that I love dearly. And next question, number 9. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? Most surprising thing. I don't really know. I don't really know how to answer that one. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? Well, I don't know. I really don't know. Basically, maybe the only thing I can say that's kind of surprising, I mean, you know it, and I know it because I have one before Jackson, but you lose your own time, so you kind of have to juggle how to do your own thing on top of their things. So I guess you don't realize how much you have to sacrifice until you actually have to. And that would be the surprise. And he's got cookies all over my work pants already. Ah! Go play. Where's your toys? Where's your toys? Look. Go get it. Go get it. Maybe that's the surprising. Animals and children alike. Okay. Next question. I feel like I'm going to get hit. What was the best memory you have involving your child? Well, Anthony makes a memory with me every single day that I'm with him, so I can't even narrow it down to one. But I can tell you when he was younger, he saw a wedding ring box, and I don't know where he saw it, on what TV show or movie, but he came up to me and said, "Will you marry for me?" Which I'll never forget that. That was the cutest thing in the world. Jackson, as of right now, the best memory that I have of him is him calling me mama and knowing what that means. That was a good feeling. Next question. What was the most exciting milestone? The most exciting milestone for both of my kids was when they went from scooting to running. That was fun. What is the worst thing your child has ever done? Anthony drew an entire picture with a Sharpie marker on a whole one side of a wall in a house that we lived in years ago when he was younger. That was the worst thing. It was cute. He explained to me who every, scribble was on the wall, but he wrote on the entire wall. And then the worst thing that Jackson has ever done, he has an obsession with playing with the electrical sockets. So, yes, that would be the worst thing he's done so far. What habit do you wish your child didn't have? Anthony he has not a hard time, but he chooses not to show his emotions, so he's hard to read. And Jackson, right now, his habit, oh, he's got his doggy. His habit is his little temper tantrums every time he doesn't get what he wants. So hopefully that is a phase. What habit of theirs makes you really proud? Anthony, his habit would be that trying to get the cookie off my leg, my work pant. Work pant. I'm really proud. No. No. And there he goes. He's down. Oh, it's okay. Where's the doggy? Where's the doggy? Come here. Come here. Come do the video with me. This is why I did it with him, because this is how it is. What habit of theirs makes you really proud? Jackson, well, I guess I could say as of right now, his habit is he's a very quick learner. And I'm proud of him that he can catch on very quickly. This is his favorite doggy. It's actually a hyena, but no, where are you going? Over there. Okay, next one. We're on number 15. Okay, hello again. Jackson touched the stop button, so I had to continue. And now he's taking all his dirty clothes out. Number 15. Do you share any similarities with your child, both physical and personality? Well, yes. They look like me. They have a lot of similarities with what they do and say. That's like a very broad question. Do you share any similarities with your child? Yeah, they're crazy like me. Number 16. Where would you like your child to be in 10 years? Well, I just would like them to be... I just cannot talk today. Where would you like your child to be in 10 years? Well, in 10 years... They probably won't be living with me, but I would love for him to stay with me forever. He wants to go and travel the world. I just want them to be happy. I want them to be happy and smart and where they need to be in life to where they're not going to have to struggle. That's where I want them to be. What is something having a child has taught you? It has taught me fear. When you have kids, you realize the more dangers that there are in the world and what comes to having children, and it does open up your eyes a little bit more to what's going on around you and around in the schools and with the other children. It's also taught me to be a tough cookie, because when there's days that you want to give up, you got little people that are depending on you to be there for them. 18. Did you imagine you'd be a mom at the age you became a mom? Absolutely not. I was not expecting or planning to have a child at 19 years old, but I am thankful I did, because he came into my life at the time that I needed him to, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. And then Jackson, we actually had a miscarriage prior to Jackson. We were trying to have a baby. So Jackson was our miracle child, because he came to us when we thought we couldn't have any, as he's banging his head in the wall. 19. Describe your child in a single sentence. Anthony, for him, the sentence would be a non-lagging, heartwarming kid. Jackson would be, be ready, because here he comes. And number 20, how have you changed as a person since becoming a mom? Oh my God, that is like the hardest question in here, because I have changed a lot. When Anthony came into my life, right before I knew that I was pregnant, I can't say partied a lot. I went to a lot of parties and drank, typical teenage stuff. Partied a lot. Went to show the world. Oh, see, they're too big for you, bud. Look, let's put them on. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, look at you. Yeah, that's a hard one, because there's a lot that has changed. I've always been, a good person, a nice person, a humble person, so that didn't change. I became a lot more emotional than I was. I tend to cry at stupid commercials and stuff. That's more of a thing when you have children, though. And I don't know, my whole persona on life has changed. Everything is for my kids, and it's been since I had Anthony. I've I know the struggle, and I've done it. We continue to do it, and every time I think, oh my God, I'm ready to give up, I just think, my kids. My kids need me, and they give me more strength than anything else in this world. Right? You drive me crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, cool dude coming in. Yeah. All right. That caps the video. And hope you enjoyed. Hope you had fun watching me struggle do this. Because this guy is crazy. He wants to touch my laptop. He's not touching it. But time to go. We got to say goodbye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. He does do it. He's just not going to until I shut it off. Then he'll do it. Right? Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out Steph Frederick. She's my sister. And, yep, say bye-bye. And have a good day. Enjoy. Peace.